Do you want your jump shot to go from looking like this to actually looking like this? This video is for all positions that's having a problem with a jump shot, or better yet, having a problem with a shot alignment. This video is called How to Align My Shot, Shooting Tips. We're going to look at certain key factors to your shot alignment that may cause you to miss a lot of the shots. Let's go ahead and get right to the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with the problems that causes these players to miss these shots and these shots not being consistent because they're not aligned with the goal. But before we get right into it, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to your channel and like the video at the end. So the first problem we're going to start off with is your shot line. Why this shooting stance is incorrect. His hips is not dipped. His knees is slightly bent but not really bent. His chest and his shoulders is still in the up position where his chest should tilt a little bit along with his shoulders. So let's look at why this shooting stance is correct. His shooting foot is in front and his back foot is behind. His knee is bent, his knees are bent, and his hips are dipped. His chest and his shoulders are tilted forward just so he can have range on his shot. Another important factor with your shooting stance and being square with the goal, once you get up into your shot, if you look at his shooting elbow is aligned with the goal, indicating that he is squared with the goal to knock down the shot. The next key problem we're going to get into is your follow through. So let's look at why this is incorrect. In order for your follow through to look smooth, it all starts with your shooter stance. If you look at his elbows are wide. And as he is coming up to his shot, if you look at his elbows, they're still wide, indicating that the alignment is going to be off along with his follow through. Let's look at the correct way of a follow through. If you look at Paul George's elbow, his elbows is tucked in his hip pocket. Even when he comes up to his release point, his elbows is still not as wide. And now when you look at him releasing the ball and he flicking his wrist, notice that all his fingers is pointing downward and that he's able to keep his follow through enough to where he's able to see the goal and knock down the shot.
Clutch. Paul George now with 30 points.
The last key problem we're going to get into is the shooting arm. So let's look and see why this is incorrect. If you look at his shooting arm after the release of the shot, his elbow is still in an upward position, meaning his elbow is still up. So the shot is going to end up being flat because he's not extending his elbow out. Let's look at the correct way. So Steph Curry shot the ball in an upward forward motion. The reason he shot it in an upward forward motion is because, for one, you want to have a long range on the shot. Two, you want to shoot it in an upward motion because you still have to have a high arc shot just so the ball can shoot over the rim and into the net. So for those players who have a bad alignment on their shot, here's one simple drill that you can work on at the gym, and it's called shooting foundation. Now you want to make 25 made shots on 5 spots inside the paint. And while you're doing this, be sure to identify the problems, which was your shot line, elbows, and your shooting arm. The more you practice on your alignment, the more repetitions you get in, the more it becomes a muscle memory and you're able to shoot the same shot every single time in an in-game situation. If you want more shooting tips on how to improve in your shooting form, your alignment, your arc, or your release of your shot, make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like this video, make sure you click that like button and also leave a comment in the comment box just so we can engage conversation with each other if you guys have questions or concerns. This your boy, Coach D-Lo, and champions thrive on elevation. All praise to the Most High. Yeah.